Blazing on the track, boy.
Get on home, yeah. Get on home, Get on home, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get on home,
hoje tu quer mais. Eu sei que menos não é mais. Me diz quem tá querendo mais. Hoje eu quero mais. Eu sei que hoje tu quer mais. Eu sei que menos não é mais. Me diz quem tá querendo mais. Hoje eu quero mais, tô querendo mais. Quero um pouco mais, tô querendo mais. Hoje eu quero mais, tô querendo mais. Quero um pouco mais, tô querendo mais. Hoje eu quero mais, tô querendo mais. Quero um pouco mais, tô querendo mais. Tá querendo mais.
Hello, and welcome. Wait a minute, that's not supposed to be up there. That's from last time. As we're going to take that off and put that up. Spoiler alert, are we showing the scripts? Is it confirmed? Oh, maybe it is, but either way, guys, welcome to week 8 of the LRS Draft League. Going to be some spicy games coming in tonight, and my God, I cannot wait to bring them to you. First game is going to be the Gators taking on the Rattlers. Bartowski and I are going to break that down in our Champ Select once we get there. And then in game 2, Gators once more on the blue side, but they're going to be taking on the Unicorns. So much to talk about when it comes to it. And thank you for crowning me, Gavin, now an official legend, an official sub. Welcome. Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. But guys, pretty couple of hype games for you tonight. We'll give you all that information as Bartowski and I are going to be your casters tonight for game number 1. And then I'll be joined by Ravensman for game number 2. But of course, we got our lovely merch, so don't forget to go and check that out. And thank you for all our subs. I know September is over, but thank you again for supporting the subs. We got some really funny emotes that we're putting up there. So thank you, Gavin. Of course, big shout out to one of my boys. A birthday boy this week, actually. None other than my man Beacon's there in chat. So if you want to give him a shout out and wish him a happy birthday, hope you're having a fantastic week, my friend. And oh my goodness, Bartowski with the Prime 2. Hell yeah. Well, why don't we get him on the line as we flip on over to the caster desk, because we got a lot to talk about here, Bartowski.
Indeed, we do. So much to go on. And we got to discuss the script, figure out who's going to win these games.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Either way, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. I'm just looking at these sides here. It is Gators on the blue side. So we'll get we'll get them flipped around here. We'll get the teams flipped around. But it does look like Chicken Sandwich is here, and with his team, wasn't sure if we were going to see them popping in tonight. But that's good that the roster is together. So let's talk about this game number 1, Bartowski, and bring it back to last week a little bit. Gators and Rattlers both tied 9-5. This is the fight for that second place seed going into playoffs. The bye past that first round. Or not, no, because it's only 4 teams. But still, sitting in that first or second spot is so ideal no matter what team you are. Last week we saw the Rattlers lose 1 to the Unicorn. Psychonauta coming out with his massive Cassidon. And then off stream, we unfortunately did not get to see the Gators did take a win over the Rhinos. So we've been seeing this third place team creeping up slowly and now has caught up with our second place team. And this is it. It's week 8. There's only 2 more weeks left to go. The Gators are really looking for that second place spot, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to take down the Rhinos is definitely no easy feat. And coming in here at 9-5, looking very good overall. Is that a new top laner for them, or is that just a different?
That is Osiris on an alternate, as well as
Fear on the other side.
Fear, yes. So that is a new top laner. Unfortunately, NA Shinobi was unable to continue playing in the league, so Fear was brought in as a new player, and the trade was Hero 39 to the Falcons and Fear on to the Gators. So yes.
Okay. That trade, I remember that now. I remember Hero 39 heading over to the side of the Falcons. So we'll have to see if how the Gators. I mean, if they're able to take down the Rhinos with this team, I'm definitely feeling good about them. Rhinos have definitely been no slouch and the team to watch for thus far. And we'll have to see if they're able to bring the same kind of prowess into this game. Ravensman 2.
Yeah. So it was.
Was that another trade?
It was going to be a fill-in for. No, not a trade. A sub, e-sub coming in here for this one. We'll make sure. We'll see, because I think Gators are still making sure that everyone's here, but we do have Ravensman here underneath. 80 Thresh is the name that he's using tonight, so we'll make sure to have that up on the board for you guys. But
sure.
That back to the Rhinos. We'll talk about them for a little bit more. They have only lost 2 games. They're 12-2 right now. Last I checked, I'm gonna go and refer to the tomes. Yes, thank you, Instagram. 12-2. They have lost 2 games. Those 2 games they have lost have been to the Rattlers and to the Gators. So this game is going to be so hype. I'm so excited to watch this one go down and see who really deserves that second place spot here. Oh my god. Can't wait to see this one unveil itself to us.
Oh, we gotta update our spreadsheet. For some reason, I've got the Rhinos sitting at 11-1.
Yes. I go straight to the source. The updated ones there. The Instagram is
Perfect.
usually my best one. Okay, so
Either way, though, tonight we're talking about the Gators and the Rattlers.
yes, we are. Looks like actually it was nice enough for Ravensman to come in and be ready to emergency sub, but it looks like Fenge. It's Fenge. I've been messing it up this entire time, so do correct me if you're watching me. Their main support is gonna come back. Unfortunately, Esmond is unable to join tonight, so Heartseed will be their sub coming in. Fenge moving to ADC, and Heartseed going to that support position. So.
Lots of moving around, but either way, gonna get as much of the core team as possible. Good to see.
Yeah, and it's trust me, all the switching around, it's tough enough for us to keep track of in our heads, but as a streamer, let me tell you, it's an interesting obstacle to overcome as we as we make it through here. But hopefully, make sure I didn't actually leave that lobby. Other than that, we are good to almost go. I think players are just getting lined up. We might just need to wait a couple more seconds. So we thank you guys for your patience, but this is a game you do not want to miss, as these two teams are battling for that second place spot here. The only two teams to have taken down that first place Rhinos. So it's gonna be a spicy one, Bartowski.
Oh, either way, yes. I am definitely looking forward to this one. Have to see. I believe last time we saw the Rattlers was Lunar Effect not there. No, Tally-Ho wasn't there. And I want to say Lunar Effect wasn't either.
Yeah, Lunar might have
last
been
time we casted them. But so good to see Lunar Effect back in here. Chicken Sandwich with the Tally-Ho. They're quite the combo over there. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to seeing how Fear plays in with this Gators comp and how he brings an extra little bit to the team. Maybe the little push they needed to push them over the top as we are getting ready to start this pick ban.
Yes, we are almost.
Of course,
ready to go.
Lunar Effect is MIA.
It's the Lunar Effect. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. You cannot control the ways of the moon, but we'll see how strong his tide is tonight, because we know we've talked about Lunar so many times, and the times we have seen him on stream, he's been going up against the Rhinos, and it's not the Lunar that we're familiar to seeing. But considering playoff season is coming up, there seems to be a bit of shift that I've seen in Lunar and in previous splits there, where he just goes absolutely insane and unleashes all his fury that was pent up throughout the split. So I'm so excited to see these teams, which is, it's not quite there, but it's almost in playoff forms, which we are going to see some maddening stuff across all our leagues, really, in the next few weeks, as playoffs are kicking off across our LAS pre-made. Tomorrow night they start. LRS pre-made has already gotten a few weeks in, so just seeing what can happen in a series, and the mentality of a team when it shifts from a best of 1 to a best of 3 to a best of 5 potentially.
Sure.
Well, best of 5 it will be in playoffs, but anyways, compared to a single game to a series, it's so different when you have those resilient players like Lunar Effect who can bounce back after a game. Yeah, you might have one bad game coming into the series, but what are you going to do to fix it? How do you adjust yourself and the rest of your team in order to find success throughout the rest of the series? And that's where we see these series wins coming through on these players that are able to keep that resolve through tough situations.
Yeah, it's all about the adaptability throughout the games, especially in a best of 3 like that. And these best of 1s, anything can happen. You can come out with a cheese or level 1. You can come out with a cheese comp, and everything kind of gets thrown out the window. But once you enter into that best of 3, best of 5 category, you really have to be the better opponent. You have to be the better team and to secure multiple in a row. Starting off this pick ban, though, we're going to see 2 of the jungler bans already going towards Lunar Effect. I guess with that done, it would not shock me to see a Lee Sin ban going his way, but we'll have to see where the tide takes us. Kassadin taken out of the picture there as well.
That's true.
That banned away.
I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry to butt in. I wouldn't be surprised to see that Kassadin banned by the Gators in their next upcoming game against the Unicorns. Psychonautic is the one big name that pops out to me when you think Kassadin. But yeah, already immediately Gators. It's smart. It's not fun for Lunar, but those are two of his big junglers that he takes in. Potentially taking a third ban. We've seen it happen against VKC before, where okay, we're gonna extremely limit your champion pool here. Figure it out.
Andy instead is best non-pro mid. I guess he's maybe
Super Annie agent, I guess.
Yeah. So Rattler's gonna maybe throw another mid lane ban. Would not be surprising. There's also other bans like Shen or something that are kind of more standard. Get Caitlyn out of there. She's still a power pick throughout the entirety of this game. Instead, we're gonna have to see.
Let's see.
Wait and see.
They're holding out on us. They're really making us wait for these ones, aren't they?
They're not sure what they want.
Okay,
It's
that's
the
fair.
Mordekaiser.
That's fair.
I was thinking that as well. Mordekaiser definitely a strong pick all around, and would not surprise me to see someone on the side of the Gators able to pull that out strongly. Gators.
Now, yeah, now we get to see some of the actual picks. What's actually going to be showing up on the Rift here, and what do they go for? Do they secure a top laner for their newer top laner? I think that would be fair. Make sure he's comfortable. He's newer to the team. In other words, I mean, you could look for a jungler for Hazi or TVZV up there, and even potentially a mid laner. I think holding out on that bot lane for the B2B3. But you know what? Let's throw my theories out the window and just say bye-bye to them.
No, that's an interesting one because Taric is not, he's not a priority champion by any means, and he's also fairly easy to kind of counter a bit. Hovering the Master Yi here, I wonder if that's kind of a play at the solo queue Taric Master Yi combo that some teams are some duo partners are able to pull off. I can't imagine it being what Gators are trying to pull here, especially you wouldn't want to pick the Taric as the first pick. Instead Rather's going to hover that Ashe. Good lock in there. Yeah. Definitely a strong pick into the Taric, able to poke from range and also use that ultimate to lock him down further away from his team.
You never go wrong with an Ashe right now. She's still pretty strong, and just the fact that her Crystal Arrow is so good for picking off people, especially in that short to mid kind of range where you're very likely not going to be missing those arrows. But especially paired with the Swain too. That's just extra CC on top of CC.
Yep, so Talio picking up that Swain once again. We've seen it before from him. We're going to see it again. Definitely a strong pick and has a lot of combo potential with that Ashe. Some chase down, some extended fighting prowess. So good pick all around, and likely going to be a fairly easy lane into that melee support of Taric. So good to see that as well. Gators reply. I feel like they're going to have to reply with an 80 carry pick of their own. Maybe Caitlyn. What else? There's not really many other power picks lately. Ezreal, I guess, could get you away from that Swain.
Ooh, I like that. We've recently seen it in Pro Play. Tactical busting out that Kalista. What better way to make sure she's safe than a nice big tanky support in the form of Taric for this game is... Really, you can't go wrong with that. His ulti is a great follow-up into team fights, and just having that stun along with him anytime he wants. If anybody wants to try and dive this Kalista, that Taric can make it very, very difficult to do so.
The nice thing about the Taric Kalista combo as well is that Taric's ultimate, the strongest counter to it is blowing him up before the channel completes. But if you have that Kalista, you just pull him in as soon as he's under threat, that channel completes, and suddenly everyone's invulnerable, and you can just spit him back out of your enemies. Shen, Gonna be the pickup for the top lane there. Not a surprising one. Strong all around.
I'm really liking this Gators draft so far. Lots of tanks, lots of mobility when it comes to these fights, whether it be, global for Shen or just, again, in that mid-range, which we were talking about. The Ashe arrow is kind of ideally looking in there. But what better way to follow up than pulling your support back and throwing it right on top of this Ashe? So we'll have to see what these teams round out the rest of the comps with, but I'm leaning with the Gators so far, but you never know what's going to come out. Okay, there you go.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's go with the Kennen. I'm okay with that. Don't know if it's going to be mid or top yet, but really can be flexed for Osiris or the best non-pro mid. Interesting. Kennen into Shen. How do you feel about that, Bartoski?
I mean, they're both ninjas, so already they
true.
lose 1 HP point each. But I don't know. I feel like Kennen into Shen should be a reasonably favorable matchup for that Kennen, at least until Shen is able to pick up a couple items. As soon as he builds that magic resistance, I can't imagine Kennen's going to be able to do much to him. But throughout the early game, expect to see maybe a Doran's Blade from Kennen, maybe even a Bilgewater Cutlass from him. Just some stuff to deal some physical damage from ranged to pair up with your spells. Vladimir being the ban from the Radlers,
Zazie, that's against Zazie.
Yeah.
He's busted it out before. Really, really nasty when that Vladimir gets to a late game, and
same thing with Silas.
AP mids. So
Yeah. And as expected, Lee Sin was banned out for Lunar Effect there. Maybe even another ban for
Oh
him.
my gosh,
Graves
so
would be definitely
4
strong
jungle
one.
bans.
So now, if you're Lunar Effect, the question is, what do you want to pick here? Nidalee is an option, as well as what's the other one? Hecarim. Hecarim lately has been a pretty strong pick. And
Hecarim is
hard engage.
Gone right now too. It's 4 jungle bans.
You're right.
4 jungle bans against Lunar, so potentially a volley we could see. I mean, we haven't really seen him play Fiddlesticks, but that would be pretty spicy into this team where you have those Derek ultimates coming down with you.
I'm kind of scared of a Fiddlesticks on the side of the Rattlers just because of how squishy that would make them.
Yeah, that's also
even
bad.
Garen, while he will get beefy, is not really a typical frontline tank. He wants to build some damage to remain relevant, much like a Renekton would. Rattlers going a bit over their time here.
Just a smidge there. If they just hit the button, friends.
Just press it.
But I would assume the Garen is going up into the top lane there. I mean, we could see him more tanky, but it turns out to be a Kindred, and
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kindred is definitely another strong jungle pick, and will allow you to maybe build up a second marksman on your team. So good to see that coming out there. The ultimates as well will be able to, if you see the Taric ultimate come out, you can just pop down the Kindred ultimate yourself and just say, okay, everyone's immune. We don't have to worry about anyone dying. Nasus.
Okay.
Jungle pick?
Wait. Wait a hot second. If that maybe it's River Shen. Hold up. We didn't even consider River Shen.
We have seen River Shen this split.
So Kindred. Sorry, I had my teams almost backwards here for a second. River Shen, we've seen Havzi or TVZV pop out a couple times, and he's rolled really well with it in the early game. Getting into that mid and late game where it becomes a little bit more shaky, but I think if he can build a foundation and keep that foundation going from the early game, he should be set.
Yeah, and I mean, a similar concept from the Nasus as well. You should be able to kind of slowly build up your early game lead just by farming out your camps. Kindred, of course, is going to be looking for that counter invade because of the fact that his marks will be spawning in the enemy jungle. So it's kind of scary to pick something like Shen or Nasus into this jungle when neither of them has a particularly strong clear time.
Yeah, this is looking like we're going in for these big fights, but I mean, you really got to get to the late game in order to unlock the true damage. Well, not technically true damage, but The full amount of damage that's going to be coming out of the Gators, because that Nasus needs stacks, and until he gets to around 300-400, he doesn't become that absolute killing machine that we're used to seeing. But already to lock it in, this is let's see where everyone's going first, because this is
Sure. Well, we can make, I guess, a couple of assumptions here. It's obviously going to be Ken and Tob are in mid, and Galio mid, likely into that Ari. So I do like the fact that Ari is going to be able to push in that wave and contest Galio's roams, either top or bottom, by just getting out of lane that little bit faster. What I don't love is the fact that really Ashe is the only tank killer on the side of the Rattlers. Other than that, they have, basically assassins. So they're going to be looking for exclusively Callista, because this is effectively Callista in 4 tanks. Yes, Galio might go fully P and kind of become another reasonably squishy, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Rattlers are going to get through this extremely beefy front line, especially when they've got 2 AP solo laners into that Galio who's going to provide a massive magic shield. Kindred needs to get to his marks in order to actually be a reasonable threat. 4 or 8 is really, where you want to be quickly. Yeah, I'm a little worried for the Rattlers, and we'll have to see what they do.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one, but I mean, you have a lot of damage that can be coming out of these Rattlers, so I think this mid game is going to be ideal for them when they start getting those spikes, start pumping out the damage, and before the Gators get to that point where Nasus is that late game menace and their tanks become unkillable. So there's a pretty wide window here for the Rattlers to look for, but they can't let this game go super late, or else they are just so screwed.
Yeah, so there's the Nasus locked in top. Even Nasus into Kennen is kind of a scary one. He's going to get poked out a lot. Obviously, if he can wither and close that gap and get some Q hits onto the Kennen, I feel like he'll start winning those trades. The one thing that could maybe save this for the Rattlers is if Lunar Effect, and I mean this is Lunar Effect, so there's a very real chance of it, spends a ton of time in this Shen's jungle. He's got to be in there constantly trying to harass, constantly trying to outfarm. Your clear is so much better. Your dueling is so much stronger. Get in there and make his life hell.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Lunar is really good at, is the counter jungling. We've seen him so many times just decide, hey, you know what? This jungle, all of it, mine, thanks. So it's if that is one of the conditions for the Rattlers here, I don't think Lunar's going to really have a problem with that in a sense of, being able to execute it. Again, Havzi is good on that River Shen in the early stages of this game, so might run into a bit of trouble with that. But you can also look at it again. That big tankiness doesn't come through into the late game. So an early invade on a Shen who's half health to one of the jungle camps would be so ideal for Lunar to pick up on.
Yeah, definitely a potential pickup there. Going to be having to get his marks as much as possible as well. Would not be surprised to see one of his first ones going onto that Shen to try to out-duel him and take away some extra power. Yeah, we'll have to see if Lunar Effect knows this champion well enough to know where those marks are going to be showing up for himself.
Yep, and I'm just gonna get a poll up for you guys. So we're not doing the predictions tonight, just the regular old polls. So once I have that up, you guys can vote for who you think is gonna win. Will it be the Rattlers or will it be the Gators? And now I've also been working on a little something on the side here. So if we flip this back, if we press this button, it should show all the champions lined up with their players' names. If we flick it back there, let's see if this worked. Like magic, guys. Look at that. All right. Either way, poll is live, so start getting those votes in, guys, because I want to see what you guys think. Will it be the big tank, protect the ADC comp coming through for the Gators, or will it be just this? How would you describe this comp, Bartowski?
For the Rattlers?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I would describe it as the pick comp. I think you're gonna want to be using that Ash Arrow off cooldown and just looking for the REA picks and maybe I don't have a name for it, but the pick split push comp is what I'll call it.
And we'll have to see what sums they do take. I'm going to assume that Kennen does pick up that TP to make those Kennen plays that we are so fond of seeing. But just a reminder, guys, predictions are not open tonight, so do ignore the scroll text. It is just command vote and the team name, so we're not using tokens tonight. But tomorrow night for LAS pre-made playoffs, we will be. So tonight, we're just chilling. We're chilling tonight, baby. But anyways, Bartowski, this one's going to be hot. No matter which way you look at it, both these teams fighting for that second place spot. It's going to be bonkers.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's hard to say who is going to be able to take this one under their belts. I mean, Gators definitely, if this game makes it to 20 minutes and the teams are even, I think it's just Gators. Like, Gators just take this game. Shen will be Shen, Nasus will have damage, and everyone's just going to be so tanky that no one on the side of the route is going to be able to do anything. I think this is going to come entirely down to Lunar Effect making early plays. He's going to have to get into that enemy jungle, he's going to have to steal away buffs, and he's going to have to get some kind of gank in that bottom lane as well to maybe get Chicken Sandwich a little bit ahead, so that he will be able to start to shred through the tanky members on the side of the Gators as fast as possible. Pick up that Blade of the Rune King, everything, the Hurricane, everything he needs to deal out optimal damage.
But again, these two teams clearly Rathers have held that second place spot this entire split essentially, and now with the Gators, even though they've been on their heels this entire time, they've now made it to a point where they're tied in the standings, and this is going to be a game that decides it, even though we do have one more week to go. So exciting to see these top teams here just duking it out and fighting for that spot. But guys, we are going to take a short break. Remember, the poll is still open, so make sure to get those votes in by using command vote and either RTL or GTR to vote for which team you think is going to win. And we will be right back and on the Rift when we are returning. So guys, you are not going to want to miss this. Make sure to stick around until we get back. Welcome back, guys, and I hope you're all ready for a spicy night. Gators going to be taking on the Rattlers in game number 1 here. Both teams fighting for that second place spot, and a couple of big team comps coming out here that we get to see tonight, Bartowski.
Oh, for sure. And I like what the side of the Gators are doing already. They've got that 5-man hit squad moving up towards the top lane, entering this tri-bush very imminently. Not going to find themselves any kind of resistance just yet, and we'll have to see what they're able to take from this invade. It's likely just going to be that red buff and nothing else. Don't think they're going to come into contact with anyone, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, I'm really scared for Arcanite or Cyrus sitting up in this top lane now, because he's about to find the entire Gator squad. And
Oh, no.
I think level 1. Oh yeah, this is not going to be good. The Tarek Stun's going to come out. He is going to
missed.
oh my god, the sidestep into the one place he could have gone. And unfortunately, Tally Ho experiencing some internet issues here, so hopefully he is back and on the rift with us soon. But Arcanite almost first blooded there. Very, very close to that. Wow.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. Gators had the opportunity to maybe get a little bit of a wrap on them and, surround Arcanite and take a potential damage at least onto him, force him to back early and not make it to lane on time. But instead, he is going to get out, spotted out by this ward on his way back to lane. But with only 2 people here, nothing's going to come of that.
No, the focus more going towards that buff and starving Lunar Effect of those resources, which is usually something that's done to that he does to others. So bit of just desserts there. But in the bot lane, we already got some trading coming out in the river here. Lots of damage coming through the Ignite already on a Fang, and he's gonna have to run. The Summoner heal was popped too, along with that Ignite from Tally Ho. So we're not even 2 minutes into this, and we've already got some action for us, Bartowski.
Yeah, I like that Ignite getting popped right away. Just get as much damage as possible. This is not a very high sustain lane. Yes, Tarek does have a heal in his kit, but it is on the weaker side of the heals that exist in this game. And, Fang has already used his singular health potion, and that's going to be it for him. He's just got to sustain off of this Duel Blade as much as he can. We see Lunar Effect go into that enemy to get that red buff. Shen already having to back, still level 1 somehow, despite completing 2 buffs. I didn't know that was possible.
Wait, yeah, me neither. This is math
I guess
that adds up for me.
I guess Fear must have soaked some experience in the red buff.
Bartkowski, we're gonna have to hold that thought for a second, because it looks like Lunar Effect already making his way down into that bot lane. Gonna pop the flash from Fang, and the pull back in from Tally Ho. That's first blood for the Rattlers. They're showing up and telling the Gators why they've been the second place team this entire split. Woo!
Yeah, so, and, there was something there worth noting, and that's the fact that Shen, being such a weak jungler, first of all, still somehow level 1. Second of all, he invades the enemy red, goes to his own blue, and then immediately has to back. Lunar Effect recognizing this, it goes from his blue buff to the enemy red buff to gank bottom immediately. Now, the bottom misplay there was the fact that they had pushed up, despite the fact that they were on the weak side of the map. They should have recognized that they had given up bottom side control for Shen to double buff on the top half and kind of respect that. Instead, they end up paying for it with their life, and once again, we're going to be looking at another gank here.
2 ganks, one in the top, one in the mid, and right now Zazi's being jumped on, trying to flash away, dash away, but it's not enough. Lunar Effect is just too strong, but up in the top lane, it's Arcanite getting clonked down, added to the stack, so across the map, a 1-for-1. Wow.
Yeah, and really good flash there from best non-pro mid. He just flashes for the point-blank charm, so there's absolutely no time for Zazi to react with his own flash, and they're able to pick it up with just pure damage alone. Really well played from them there. I didn't see, obviously, what happened in that top half, but I can imagine it had something to do with Kennen being past the river and Shen existing.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Kennen pushed up a little bit past. Shen got the Taunt off, and Nasus just stacked away. We will do our best to keep you updated on this. Currently 57 stacks for Fear, and Lunar is sitting at 1, 2,
yeah.
1.
Just the 1 for now. Yeah, I don't know if he managed to pick one up from his from killing a champion. He does have Callista marked currently. I wish I had seen that.
He picked up the stack off of the Rift Scuttler by Dragon Pit.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. So, unfortunate there that he wasn't able to pick up his stack from Callista. I'm not sure how that happened, considering he participated in that kill. He must have had someone else labeled originally. Teleport's going to be coming out into the mid lane to make sure that no freezing happens, and that best non-pro mid is able to keep up in farm versus this Galio.
Yeah, but still in this bot lane, we see that constant shove coming from the Rattlers.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
in the mid too, Art is doing a really good job of just keeping this perma pushed in. There is an Infernal on the map, but the attention is going over to that Gromp, where Lunar's next stack is waiting for him. We'll see if the Gators are going to respond to that.
He was spotted out by that ward, but Shen is on the bottom half of the map, and still, he's doing okay in terms of experience now. He's stayed up with Lunar Effect in terms of farm, so at least he's got that going for him. But yeah, this is going to be a nice quick pickup onto that Gromp there for another stack. Very important to grab that. Sitting at 2 now out of the requisite 4 to pick up the first little bit of that passive.
And down in the bot lane river, it's going to be Shen spotted out by that control ward, so not going to be able to pull off a gank quite yet. Might be interested in starting up this dragon, though, knowing that Lunar is on the top side.
I don't think Shen's able to solo this at level 4.
Oh no.
I don't know the champion well enough, but yes, it looks like Tarek is going to be able to come up and assist him. Likely will be able to make short work of that. Yeah, now that they're able to juggle that aggro a little bit, it looks a lot more possible.
I got a little worried there for a second. It does look like Lunar is on his way back down, and the Rattlers might want to make a play on this. A double grab there from Tally, and now it's going to be the Gators in a bit of trouble. The flash coming out of Heartseed to try and get away, but Fang is there. The Rend is out, and ooh, double luck up there. Beautiful little stun by Heartseed to make sure he and his ADC make it out alive. But right now, oh, look at this. That's a Galio ult actually coming down. He uses it to escape this Ahri. This Ahri was coming into his bush. Back in top, though, it's non-stop because both these laners are low. The Wither comes through. The thumbs up are thrown up by Osiris because he's just going to Q him. He's going to Q that Nasus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the Kennen versus Nasus early game right there, I believe. Just being able to outrange him and poke him down before he's able to get close to you. And then, once he finally does manage to get close to you, he's already at half HP. And you're able to just ult and kill him down. If you're looking for the dive,
I don't know about this. He's taking like 3 turret shots, a little bit too much heat there, and now they're back to the same health bars.
Yeah. So really, if Arcanite backs here and teleports back in the lane, he's going to be in such an advantageous position. He needs to break this freeze soon.
Oh, bot lane though. Fang picking off Chicken Sandwich, and Tallyho is going to be next to go. The flash comes out, but the Rend is there, and that is one strong Kalista. Back to top though. Bardowski, hold that thought because Fear right now getting jumped on. That's Lunar Effect here, but giving it on over to Arcanite. Survives that turret shot there. Really well done by the Rattlers here.
Yeah, good pick up there. But wow, gotta talk about Feng in the bottom lane
absolutely.
there. That the Zerker Greaves coming in absolutely clutch to chase down those 2 kills. It's just such a surprising difference. A Kalista without boots versus boots 2, especially Zerker Greaves. Like how much of a difference that really makes to her ability to kite out a fight and chase down a fight as well.
Yeah, those boots were definitely made for kiting because it's like a whole new champion when you get those on.
Yeah, Kalista of all people, because of the way that her attack speed works with her movement. We'll see if I think Kindred here could wait for a mark to spawn on this Skull Crab, but instead going to just be taking it down. I don't remember exactly how often they spawn. Every 180 seconds, apparently.
Let's see where we are at for stacks right now. Nas is currently with 114 and counting. Our Kindred with 2 so far, so getting up there. They might be, at a first glance. Oh, you see 2 versus 114, but still for Kindred, that's not so bad to be having 3-10 minutes getting those stacks up. Pretty good so far from you.
Yeah, as soon as you can hit those 4 stacks, that's going to be a really big spike in power. That's when the passive first starts actually playing an effect. You'll instantly get 75 extra attack range, and that's going to help so much.
Mid, though, that's going to be TVZV coming in, hit by the charm, and
Zazzy
trying to find it, but yeah, back to top lane. Here we are. Fear's getting jumped on by Luna again. Arcanite getting low, but Luna is there to take him out before he clonks away.
And that's a stack picked up there as well. So he's now got his 3rd stack of the game.
Bot lane though, Kalista ulting the Taric in, he's going, that's a Taric ult actually being popped, and look at Fang, he's on the backside of this, still invulnerable, Chicken Sandwich getting low, one more bop will do it, it will be Heartseed that claims that kill, and now Fang is getting low, the stun, not going to be able to find Tally Ho. Fang needs to keep his distance here in order to stay alive, but take a look at this, Ahri rotating down, will Tally be able to go? They're going to find a nasty little surprise here, Tally caught up, stunned down, and another kill given over. We are currently tied 5-5, but over on the other side of the map, Lunar taking the Rift Herald.
Yeah, it's a good pickup from Lunar onto that other side of the map, but good team fight coming out once again from the bot lane of the Gators, and they're going to be able to pick themselves up turret plate in that bottom lane, forcing the Ahri as well to roam down, and that means that Gallia is going to get additional pressure in the mid lane. But chicken sandwich there to pick up that extra farm, make sure that none of it goes to waste.
Yeah, and it's just, there's so much heat coming out of this game. And right now we're seeing it more from the Rattlers in that top side, making sure that Nasus does not get snowballing. But in the bot lane, Gators are doing a fantastic job. Fang and Heartseed right now have been doing great. Timing their ultimates together, getting lined up, making sure they have some extra support if needed. But really great stuff from either team so far. As it is going to look like Rattlers are setting up for this Ocean Drake, and not looking like there's going to be a lot of contest here between the two.
Yeah, so now one Drake apiece means the soul is going to be grossly delayed, and it is going to be a mountain. So no clouds this time, something worth contesting.
If I was Gators, I would contest the absolute crap out of this. You already have 4 tanks to be even tankier.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really scary if the Gators start picking those up and stacking them. Rattlers are going to lose their ability to tear through this front line so quickly. We see the spawn, the Kindred mark is on that top half of the map. Unfortunately, Shen is already there to pick that up, so Kindred will not be picking up that one, and instead is going to sit on those 3 marks for the next foreseeable future.
Oh my
Still waiting.
Goodness, bot lane. I just love watching how aggressively Fang is playing, but that's going to be the Crystal Arrow coming down, actually. Maybe a little too aggressive. I might have spoken too soon. Heartseed going to be the one trailing behind to make sure that Fang makes it out alive, but Lunar is down here and ready to party. Oh, just as I was praising how well that bot lane was going, they turn it around. Top lane, some more skirmishing going back and forth, and that's the Herald being activated. Should be first tower here for the Rattlers.
Oh, flash in from the Nasus in the top lane.
Oh, wait a minute!
Not going to be able to chase that down as Kennen will flash in. No, he didn't flash in response.
No, he's
he just
sitting on
got
it.
out of there. He's got the Hextech Proto Belt that I guess helped him kind of get out of there a little bit. But wow, good play there from Arcanite to make sure he doesn't go down to that.
Oh, that's actually going to be the Callista all popped. Heartseed looking to go in. Tally-ho at about 3/4 health. And here comes the Shen on the gank. But now we got to zoom out a little bit. Galio's coming. Lunar Effect is down to join in, but it's currently a 4v5 for the Gators. Flash over the wall, followed by another flash from Chicken Sandwich, followed by another flash for Heartseed. That's stunned out by Tarek. That's the kill. Another one from Fang, as now Lunar Effect is the one who needs to get on out of this. Ahri is here to maybe escort this Kindred out, but wow, flash after flash after flash, followed up with CC. We're not done yet. They're still trading back and forth. The taunt on the Lunar. He's stunned up as well too. Tarek ultimately is popping. So is the Kindred. There's no dying in these fights. You just gotta wait it out. Lunar escaping with the sliver of health, and that Ahri, oh my goodness, making sure his jungler makes it out. What a crazy team fight.
Yeah, that was so close from the effect. There were so many Callista spears inside of him that I really thought as soon as he wasn't invulnerable anymore, he was going to just die to it. But able to just barely get out of there by the skin of his teeth. Wow, yeah. Close plays there. Good job from the side of Gators to kind of cement themselves a little bit more. Or rather, bring themselves a little bit back in this game. They are still 3,500 gold down, but that will make that gap a bit smaller. Obviously, a lot of that gold differential.
That's going to be the slicing. Maelstrom popped is 2, 3 members, 4 members. Okay, Arcanite's super dead. Yep. He's wait a minute. I'm speaking way too soon. He's flash. He's dashing and he's out.
So fast.
What?
Wow.
Somehow Arcanite able to escape death clutches with 4 members of the Gators knocking on his door. I don't. Okay, you know what? Well played, Arcanite. I appreciate that. I respect that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive from him there. So let's just take a second to look down these gold charts here, and see the fact that wow. Okay. So I was gonna comment on mid and top being 1,000 gold ahead of piece, but if you look at that jungle difference, you see 2,300 gold separating the two. and that's kind of a crazy amount of difference in gold. It's a 40 CS lead, but also 3 additional kills onto Lunar Effect. We're gonna have to see if he's able to transition that early game lead into some mid to late game strength. If he's able to shred through these tank lines.
Yeah. And
still waiting though on that 4th stack.
Yeah, we don't see it quite yet, but it will translate once we see the full items come out, and that's when we'll see the gold difference put into effect, is when we see the completed bork that looks like Lunar is picking up. But right now, everyone's kind of sitting in a bit of a dangerous position, and Rattlers are ready to rattle some heads. That's for sure.
That smite steal on that Raptor was Lunar Effect's 4th stack, so he's now got his 4th stack and has received his additional 75 range onto his auto attacks. That's such a huge difference for the Kindred.
In the hell did you see that, Bartowski? Again, this is why I keep you here. Because I didn't even see it. We're panning back and forth, but no, that's fantastic for Luna to pick that up. And this Ari able to keep all 3 members of the Gators down there and force them back. It looks like this is going to be another Dragon going on over to the Rattlers, and
yeah, and that's so important, as you mentioned earlier, to keep those away from the Gators more than anything. Rattlers, they don't love the Mountain. Mountain Soul is nice. It's a good shield. Nothing wrong with it per se. But if that goes onto the side of the Gators, they are in big trouble. And now so is
Oh,
my
God.
goodness. Speaking of trouble, goodbye. That's just a nice Ashe ult engage from not that far away, and you just gotta watch for this.
Yeah, but if you are going to look at it in terms of Gators, it did go over to Tally, so ideally, all that shutdown gold being on the support isn't terrifying, but it is also a Swain, and we have seen the Swain, especially the fact that this one has Electrocute, as most do. They become really scary, essentially like secondary AP mage.
Yeah, he's already got that Haunting guys getting built there, and he's got the Sork shoes as well, so as soon as he's able to complete that into a Spirit Visage, and build up some additional AP for himself, he's definitely going to be a scary threat here in this mid to late game. Another Rift Herald being picked up here for the side of the Rattlers. Gonna have to see if they can convert that into a turret. Kind of hard to find one on the map. First tier turrets in mid and bottom have already fallen, so it looks like they're just gonna run to that top lane, maybe drop it down and pick up that gold for the cannon.
Yep.
Deciding against it.
Lunar was spotted out on that ward up in the tri-bush there as it was expiring. But yeah, could have taken that top. You could look at that bot inner tier tower that is currently under a quarter health and say, you know what, let's just pour our resources.
Too low. Is it worth it to take that if it's already so low?
Is it a bait? I mean, you could just go for it and look to push off and get an inhibitor turret perhaps, but that would require all the Gators to be on the top side. So if there is a window where that happens, I think Lunar's going to hold on to it just in case that is the situation, but we'll have to see.
I suppose what he could do is he could hold on to it until this next Drake spawns, drop it down in that mid lane or the top lane significantly beforehand. If he, bases and drops it in base, and then they gather up for that Drake, it is definitely a potentially strong pushing factor.
Shen's in trouble, caught by the charm, and that is going to be Tallyho picking up another kill for himself, 3rd of the game, as unfortunately caught out, but reminder of stacks, because right now Fear just picked up his 411th, I'm having a brain fart here, but yes, that Nas is now at that 400 stack mark. Crystal Arrow is going to go a little bit wide, but Galio is actually going to be TPing in. He's got the ulti available, so if anybody tries to jump on Fear here, he's going to follow up with that ulti. So let's see it as Zazi's going to go back in, just going to get to the taunt onto this Ari. Ari flashing on over, going to be popping the Super Soaker, but that big Tarek ulti is here. The exhaust is down on Chicken Sandwich. Galio coming in with the ult, not going to be able to find any knockups here, but here is TVZV ready to follow up, taking a lot of damage from the Ashe, but here's Talio. The stuns will come through, but Gator's going to be losing 2 members already, and another 2 so low they cannot defend this turret. And here comes the Herald. They should be able to get this top outer without it, but this push onto top is, oh my god, Lunar is an animal, and he still has ulti available if he wants to go for it, but might play it safe. Fang is here to follow up, and there's the ult that has to be popped, is keeping this Kalista on the outskirts of it, as another turret going down in this top lane. Rift Herald still going to be continuing to push in. This is the push onto an inhibitor turret at 20 minutes, and it looks like they will get it. I don't think they go for this inhibitor, but what a push from the Rattlers.
I don't love them grabbing the inhibitor, so it's actually quite fortunate for them that the side of the Gators decided to clear out that wave. It's in the top lane, so it's not going to add a ton of extra Baron pressure, and it's just going to allow for the Nasus to free farm in a side lane and never push out.
Oh no. No one saw that. No one saw that, but in the mid lane right now, we got another fight going down. It's going to be Fang pumping in those spears into Tally Ho. Heartsea getting a little bit low, but the Rend is there. Not going to be able to finish off, but the Q will Fang it with the flash off the wall. It gets so low, the Ignite will take it out. Crystal Arrow comes out before the health bars can stay up, so that will be 1 and 2, but the Slicing Maelstrom coming through as well, too, onto TVZV. Takes him down, but this Nasus is pretty freaking huge, you guys. Super Soaker isn't going to slow him down. Is Arcanite going to be clonked in the noggin? He's gone. Zazie here to look for some taunts. Going to be able to find this Ari down. Another member of the Rattlers goes. Nasus will eventually fall, but...
Jesus. Lunar's pumping out so much damage, though. I mean, that was a great fight for the side of the Gators and a good pickup of a bunch of them kills for Fear there to... it's anytime you're behind and you can go even, you're so happy with how that went out. But Lunar Effect showing how strong he is with that Warrior Blade of the Ruined King build. He even picked up the Executioner Calling to make sure that he was able to, get rid of some of that extra card healing and the Nasus's lifesteal. Ooh, off of that, they also pick up the third Drake, putting them on the soul point.
Yes, and I'm just going to bring your attention back to something you were talking about earlier, is that gold difference between the junglers that was at 2,000. If you take a look at it now, that has doubled. And right now, we actually might have a little something going down as Tally Ho seems to be the attention grabber there, but he ults and he gets out just fine. Exactly. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so that 4,000 gold gap, that's definitely a large part of that has to do with the fact that we've got Shen in the jungle versus Kindred in the jungle. Shen 3 levels down does not have very good clear. He's not able to cycle through his jungle and pick up these camps over and over again like Kindred is able to. And that's putting him so far behind. And at this point, he's pretty much just dead weight. Like, I know I said that Shen will eventually become useful, but that's really reliant on your AD carry either being vastly ahead or your mid laner being vastly ahead. And neither of those things are true right now.
I mean, we can look at it like this. Like I was saying before the game started too, TVZV did have a good early start. This game found those early taunts and were able to pick up a couple ganks. But now we're in the late game. Lunar Effect is showing why he is one of those top tier junglers that we see. And I mean, if we're going to look at it, Shen isn't completely out. He could still be useful for his Stand United on the ADC or on this Nasus, but in terms of going head-to-head with Lunar at this point, it's not even a possibility. So he just needs to steer clear of that Kindred for now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Power numbers, my friend, as right now the numbers down bot are not looking good for this Ari. That's a almost 500 stack Nasus. You're not going to be able to really 1v1 against that.
Oh, but that means that they may be able to start up the Baron because the Nasus in bot lane, he does have the teleport, but if they don't know this is going on, they might be able to get it low enough. They have double Blade of the Ruined King, so this thing is getting absolutely shredded.
Yep, the pings are coming through.
My goodness.
They have an idea.
They don't know.
I saw one ping come through. They might have known. I think they knew, but that is going to be the Baron picked up here for the Rattlers. So 4 members will be wearing that purple. And with a Dragon up in 230, that gives Rattlers plenty of time to be pushing in these lanes so they can go for that objective.
Now I'm just going to let everyone know what the stacks are at since we have some questions about them. We've got Nasus at 516, Lunar Effect on Kindred sitting only at 5 still. He's hit that power spike of 4, so he's not too upset with how the rest of this has gone, but I've noticed he's been quite unlucky with his target selection for his passive, where every time he swaps it, they happen to get a kill on the person he swapped it away from. So unfortunate for him there. But as you said, we now have 4 members of this team wearing that Baron buff. Would love to see Kennen in a side lane shoving that down. He's probably the only one at this point who's able to stand toe-to-toe with Nasus. And when I say stand toe-to-toe, I don't mean beat him. I mean
survive,
away from
live,
him. Yeah, survive.
Yeah.
Kite him, tickle him, just, make him not able to get a kill. So probably the one who wants to be in that side lane, but instead looks like they're going to clump up in that mid lane, try to just power down this inner turret here.
Not going to be able to keep that cannon alive for too long, but that Baron buff is still up for about another minute 30 here for the Rattlers. So looking to get as much as they can.
Luna, where are you going? There's a stack on the enemy blue buff.
Oh, that's free. That's super free.
Go get it.
That's so free. But
What are you doing?
focus right now is actually going to be a fight down in the bot lane, as it's going to be Fang dropping to this Ahri. The crystal arrow is going to land onto the Shen and down. No, the flash is out. The Galio comes through. No knockups there, but Zazie just making sure his team gets out to safety, minimizing the loss they already took there. As losing Callista, losing Fang in these situations is not ideal. Yes, you do have this Nasus here, which is going to be bloody terrifying, but give the Rattlers at least two options for where they need to focus, because if it's one or the other, you need one still remaining to be pumping out that damage, as mid inner tier tower is going to fall on the side of the Gators. So Rattlers still pushing in. The Wither actually coming through in the mid lane, going to force the flash out of Chicken Sandwich, as we see some more pushing going on in this bot lane. But I think now that they have almost exhausted their Baron buff, the attention is turning to that Soul. But Tally Ho caught out in the jungle. He's going to go golden, but this isn't really going to save much. All 5 members of the Gators are here. I think they might want this dragon, but take a look at this top inhibitor in the Gators base. It's gone.
Oh, yeah. Now this is a reasonably opportune time to be taking that down, especially since the rest of the Gators are focused on trying to prevent this Soul from going over to the side of the Rattlers. I don't think they're going to be able to, especially now that there's a double TP coming in on that ward.
Yep, let's see it. As Ahri's coming in, another TP coming through from Fear. The Nasus is here. Everybody's sidestepping everything because they're so fast with the home guards, but that's going to be the taunt coming through from Zazie onto Lunar. That's a Kindred ult pop. That's a Taric ult pop. So much damage coming through from both, but Lunar Effect is going to be dropping in the backside. Arcanite is exhausted, getting low. Gators dropping a few members. Chicken Sandwich still pumping out that damage. Arcanite looking for that back line, as he will find the Taric going golden to stay alive from Fengi, but look at all those spears. One Rend will do it. It will not. Fear will drop. Arcanite going to be going next, as Fengi finds the kill, but will drop to the... Wait a second. Yes, okay, there he goes. Manages to stay alive for a while, but it is the Rattlers that come out on top in a 5-2 fashion. Oh my god. What a bloody game we have.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous of a team fight. It's just, like, I don't even know how to react to what just occurred. There were so many immunities, so much movement speed, so many dodges on abilities. But at the end of the day, it is going to be that Mountain Soul picked up for the side of the Rattlers. So now everyone on that team will be sporting around a 300-point shield, give or take. We can go around. I see that they actually... I love the latest update to the tooltips and the fact that you can actually see real values. Like, I know that this Mountain Soul is giving Tallyho exactly 338 health, and I don't have to calculate it. It's just there. It's written.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I didn't even know they updated that too. Well, that's a little cherry on top for us observers. So
now I'm very confused because your spectate. Why are all your health bars black?
Oh, on stream? On health? Wait, which health bars are you talking about?
The champion health bars on the left and right of the screen.
That's a great question. They look green to me.
Apparently, Alt tab out, and Alt tab back in should fix it.
Oh,
give that a shot.
Let me try that. And back in, and wait a hot damn second. Well, that's super weird. Interesting.
Did it become worse?
Interesting. No, it didn't become worse, but my screen is floating around. That is super weird. Yeah.
Didn't fix it, so I don't know what it is.
Anyways, the man is there, but yeah, super weird. Sorry about that, guys. That's definitely an interesting one I have not seen, but I think it might just be a spectator. Just as we were praising the spectator updates, gives me a bug. Come on.
Well, you said you can see them?
Oh, I know exactly what it is, friends, and it's let's just say you guys will be able to see if you know the secret, you know the secret. But this is the reason why it's impacting. And oh, look at that. They're back. Crystal Arrow, though, going to be landing on to Fang. He's getting low, and it will be the kill picked up here by the Rattlers. One of those major members dropped. And in the meantime, Baron taken down. Rattlers now have everything they need in their pocket to win this game. They've got the soul. They've got the Baron.
Did you just two-man the Baron with just Swain Kindred?
You've got that correct, Bartowski.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Kindred has finally hit 7 stacks as well, so reached another small little point. Has 600 total attack range, matching Ash's range impressively. So you now essentially have 2 full-fledged 80 carries.
Yeah, and Lunar's been putting on a absolute show for us tonight on this Kindred.
Clinic, if you will.
I wasn't gonna say it, but you know what? I was thinking it because this man is on point on his Kindred, and honestly, surprised we haven't seen it more often. I know it's not one of his specialties, but he's doing a fantastic job tonight.
I feel like part of it has to be attributed to the fact that he was up against the Shen. He's definitely been playing exceptionally well, but it's, part of it has to do with the fact that he does not have to face a strong enemy jungler who will be able to, take away those stacks. But either way,
oh, look at this. It's coming right now. Shen's looking for those taunts. It's going in. The big slicing maelstrom is through, but Galio following up with a big ult, and he's trying to get out, but the Rattlers are just too damn strong. Crystal Arrow is going to go a little wide as that Shen ult, not the Shen, that's the Swain, wrong S champion, but my god, the Rattlers are on fire, just popping off in this game and showing why they've held that second place spot this entire split. Rattlers take the win over the Gators. My god, Bartowski.
Beautiful cleanup there at the end, getting the ace for 1. Wow.
Oh my god, what an absolute game. What a privilege it was to watch a game like that.
Oh, those damage graphs though.
They're coming for me, but I am there's going to be 2 I'm watching out for. It's Fear on that Nasus, and it's going to be Lunar on this Kindred that I am.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what the hell. Look at those bars, and it's insane to see the amount of effort being put in from all members of the Rattlers here. Nobody below that 10K mark on the Rattlers. Everybody putting in so much damn work, and wow.
Yeah, that was impressive. There's just so much damage split out through the entire team. 1 point of damage difference between the Ari and the Kennen. One singular point.
21,054 for Kennen, 21,055 for Ari. You cannot make this up. It's up on your screens right now. Wow. Damn.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's something.
But I mean, while it was kind of looking really back and forth at the start of this game, Lunar was everywhere again, and that's what we talked about before even starting this game. How well known he is for being everywhere on this map, and especially as a Kindred, where she's going to be rotating around for those stacks. I don't know why Gators weren't posting up there every single time. You're like, listen, Lunar's going to be here. Let's just wait for him and kill him.
Yeah. Punish the pick, but like I said, they had the weaker jungler. They didn't have he wasn't able to clear and get over to that camp as fast as possible. He was busy clearing out his own camps while watching Kindred clear out the other ones, and that was just about all there was to it. He was able to get to his 4 stacks, able to roam around the map, pick up kills, pick up damage, and just beautifully played by Lunar Effect there and the rest of the team all around. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
that
shit.
was awesome. That was very awesome. And just the last little stat I like to look at is the vision score, especially at the supports. Yeah. Both of them did a great job. 64 vision score on both. 30 down from Tarek, 26 from Tally. So I don't know Tally, but I mean you look at the damage. He makes up for a bit there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But no, fantastic vision and warding coming out of the sports. Which your support, that's one of your main duties there. I'm gonna keep calling people on it too. So when I see good warding done, Bartowski, you and I can both appreciate it.
Yes.
But no,
Always.
Great stuff from the Rattlers. They're going to find a win. We're going to flip it back on over to the analyst desk for a couple seconds, guys. But thank you, Bartowski, for joining us here in game 1.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a beautiful game, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Absolutely, buddy. You take care. Woo! Hell of a game, number 1, my friends. It will be the Rattlers picking up the win over the Gators. So I will have that graphic up and correct for you guys when we go to break. But before we go to break, make sure you guys are voting for who you think deserves player of the game. That poll will be live very shortly. In fact, so shortly, it's actually live right now? Question mark? It should be good. So it should be going up there, guys. Just keep an eye out for that. But Rattlers picking up the win. My God, what a spicy game it was. And of course, Lunar, just being that big name that we looked out for, did a fantastic job on the Kindred. Great stuff, Rattlers. Guys, we will be back in about 5 minutes. When we return, we will get to see the Gators face off again, but this time against the Unicorns. So, going to be another spicy match for you guys. You will not want to miss this. Make sure you're voting for player of the game. And please, we do appreciate you guys sticking around for those ads while we break. It supports us and makes sure that that I eat, that I get my meals, and I'm sustained, and that I have the energy when I come to the cast. So, guys, we'll see you in a sec. If you haven't already, if I got a mod out there that can spam the merch, check this stuff out. It's comfy as hell, and it looks clean as hell. So, guys, we'll see you in a bit after the break, but don't go anywhere because you're going to want to see this action, baby. Resizing, you guys can all see me, but we're good because we're cutting to break now.
Take me, take me. Take me. 'Cause 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 'c
hoping to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for.
Hello and welcome back, friends. We are about to get into game number 2. But before that, Rattlers just picked up a win over the Gators, and you guys voted for player of the game. I was chatting with this player of the game beforehand. I was like, okay, you got to make it happen. And they did so. So on the Kindred, big game for our boy Lunar Feck, going 7-1-9. Massive stuff. Excellently done. And congratulations, Rattlers, as they are now 10-5. Holding on to that second place spot. We are going to flip it on to the caster bench and are going to be joined by none other than Ravens Man tonight. You might see a few things flipping around on stream because I just finding out now that it is Gators red side and Unicorns blue side. So might be a little bit messy, but bear with me, guys. I'll do what I can to make things look nice for you. But without any further ado, Ravens Man, where you at, my boy?
I'm here, don't worry. I could never miss a date with my father here.
Excellent. All right. Well, I didn't realize it was all a little bit switched around here, so I am going to have to clean this up a bit as we somehow are going to need to figure out how to flip around both these teams very, very fast.
Don't worry, you have time. I'm making the pentakey now.
Excellent. Okay. That's how we're gonna do this. Let's see. Maybe if I press that button. No. This button. But while we are waiting for these games, what do you think of that last one? How the Gators were looking?
Definitely looking pretty solid, not gonna lie. A little bit of a jungle difference. Sprinkle of flame in there. But yeah, I mean, Lunar Effect just on a carry is something you gotta fear for. Fear for your life there. Definitely like some of the things that Gators did, but the Rattlers just kind of destroyed them. So, yeah.
That was definitely some scary stuff to be witness to, but it looks like we have the spectator link here, so we're gonna get that up and get this pick and ban started. Just a heads up, guys, the overlays are on the wrong side, so if you have a mirror, bring that up and just essentially flip things around here while I get the overlays and everything sorted out, because going off some old information here, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. And it looks like we are just hopping right into this pick and ban. So let's see what Gators are going to choose for number 2 tonight.
I didn't even realize that they started. Okay, here.
Oh, yeah, we're going. We're going, baby.
They're flying. They're ready to go. Got Renekton coming out, Ben from side of Unicorns. Definitely really want to see a Kassadin ban come out from Gators. Pretty sure Zaze plays it, but I honestly, after the showing that Psychonautic gave last week, I wouldn't even take the chance to try and give it to Psychonautic. It just seems like something where you...
Nope, we don't even give that Kassadin back to Psychonautic.
We don't talk about that. Yeah.
But still not banned. They might be saving it for us. Either way, this is we saw how terrifying it really can be. So there needs to be some respect given over to it, and this is exactly the situation.
We're definitely gonna see it either picked or on that ban bench. It's gonna have some presence in this game, but looks like Unicorns are gonna grab. It's still hovered, never know, but looks like they are gonna grab up this Kindred. Very strong pick in the jungle right now.
Oh, there it is again. Okay, so just a heads up, guys, that is the Kassadin for Psychonautic on the Unicorns. I'm currently working on getting these teams all flipped around here, so just be patient with us, as currently champions under the Gator side are for Unicorns and vice versa. But it's exactly what happened last week. They leave it open.
Yes. To be fair, though, it can still go to, a different lane. JS Chaotic could technically still bring it mid lane. but I doubt Psychonaut will let anybody play it themselves. So
I was
I know
gonna
I'm
say
the same way with Ezreal. So
that's how I'd feel if someone took my Heimerdinger. I'd be like, wait, bruh, no, not happening. This is my champion, but that's the thing. If you know a champion in and out, like, I'm not talking about, okay, you have two players that are equally good on this champion, can both hold their own. This is a player who knows every little detail about this champion. So that's why not just hand it over? If you're just going to leave it open for free, like we saw last week, I mean, Camille and Lucian are still both really strong picks, but in this situation, like, it's the Kassadin for Psychonautic, and Juanita Soul just got his Jhin.
yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my.
so I do. Before we get into both these champions, both these players are obviously playing champions they're very comfortable on. I do want to point out Camille is a very, very, very good pick in Kassadin if it is going to be going to that top lane, which we would assume it is. Camille can just dive on top of him. Doesn't matter, if we see like tank Kassadin come out, Iceborne Gauntlet, something like that. That is a build that you can go. You still get the true damage on the Q2 from Camille, and you can lock him inside the cage so he can't leave. Like, you are you're 1v1ing him indefinitely, until it times out or you kill him. So I really do like that pick. Gonna be able to set up a lot of ganks too to whatever jungle Avzi picks up here. But we're gonna see the Alistar come out in addition to the Jhin, so definitely really liking that bot lane. I'm gonna take a stab and say that this is gonna be Lucian mid. It's his primary role at this point. I think Lucian ADC is the worst of his 3 roles that he can go into. So definitely am going to go ahead and just assume that that's going to be Lucian mid. And in the event that is Lucian mid, and that is Camille top as they lock in Galio. So yeah, completely throwing this out the window, but still, in the event that it's Camille top lane and Lucian mid, those are like 2 of the best counters that you can get into Kassadin. Lucian mid is known for destroying Kassadin in lane, and Camille can do the same exact thing. Obviously, Kassadin top's not very common, but I would imagine Camille can do the same exact thing. Gets the magic damage shield to take no damage from the Kassadin, and gets the true damage, can lock him up, stuff like that. And just any AD matchup as a Kassadin player is hell on earth. So, not sure where this Galio is going to go though yet. Given where I think Camille and Lucian are going to go, I would imagine it'll be Galio support, but I've seen crazier things, so.
Yeah, we've seen a whole lot of interesting stuff. I mean, from all our teams in a bunch of situations here, a bunch of different games. But that's just part of the fun of seeing where these champs are going to go, who's going to be playing them, who's really been sleeping on one of their mains for this split and is just busting it out now. But I again, Psychonautic's Kassadin, he got 21 kills in that last game we saw in week 7 of the LRS Draft League. So this is not something to be meddled with. It will be nice to have the Galio there as a bit of a sponge for the AP damage coming out. But again, we'll see it in chat. You and I are probably going to be doing it too. The count to 16 when he becomes that unstoppable force. But Silas is, you know what? That's a pretty cool pick up here. I like the Silas.
So I like it, and I also hate it at the same exact time. So far, there are really no good ultimates for Silas to use currently. I mean, the Alistar is probably the best one. Jin's good. Obviously you get the AP to AD ratio change, which normally works out pretty well in his favor. But I really only see it being used as a poke tool, because obviously, Silas wants to be in the thick of things, and Jhin ult does not really synergize with that. Alistar ult is very good. The problem with Kassadin ult, on paper, you'd be like, hey, this is really, really good. Like, I'm going to do tons of damage, I'm building AP, great. Kassadin ult is going to drain Silas's mana pool like that. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's me snapping. So
that's, clapping.
Silas is just going to lose all his mana as soon as he tries to use Kassadin ult. So, we're going to see Lulu come out, which... So, I want to talk about the crazy pick before I mention where this is probably going. In China, on the super server that all the pros are playing on right now, Alistar top is a semi-common pick. you go Sunfire and you play kind of like short trades and really are just a tank. So, you know, there is the event that this could be Lulu support and Alistar top. Like I said, that's the crazy part. It's probably just going to be Lulu mid, which is, you know, rising in popularity.
Okay, you know what? I do mess with that though. Echo in the jungle? Question mark there. But either way, this is very spicy. It's a lot of damage and a lot of annoying CC that can come out, especially in the form of Lulu's polymorph. Oh my god, is such such a block. So anyone really diving into that Kassadin or Juanito Soul's Jhin, I mean, that's a great way to just stop the Sylas. You polymorph him, you turn him into a squirrel. What is that Sylas going to do? Absolutely nothing.
And they picked two champions. Lulu ult's going to be good for Sylas, but they picked two champions who aren't like S tier ults as well for this Sylas. So, oh god, okay.
What? Whoa.
So
Whoa!
Okay. So it's Lucian Galio bot. I said it was crazy to go, you know, Lucian ADC. I still think it's kind of crazy because I think it's his worst role. But
Is that Zed?
Apparently they're valuing that. They want to grab Zaze, his Zed.
Oh, I messed with that so hard though. That's gonna be insane. We got another fire game coming.
I'm hyped about this pick. I think this is gonna sound so flamey. I think this is atrocious here. You already have the Lulu to just completely deny you from everything, and you just pick directly into it. And it's probably going to be Lulu mid, so you're gonna have no kill pressure over her. She can take barrier, she can take exhaust. She's gonna build all support items. It doesn't matter if you can zone her off CS or whatever. She doesn't need much gold. She just needs XP and, you know, a little bit of gold. Like, this pick, while we always love to see, you know, these AD assassin mid laners, you know, Zed, Talon, whatever, I really don't like it here. Just because, like, who are you gonna kill? The one target you have to kill is Jhin, and you have a Lulu to sit behind him and just ult him, shield him, whatever. You know, if Zed is trying to kill Lulu, that just seems like a mistake. Everyone's gonna kill you before you kill her. If you're trying to kill Echo, he's just gonna ult and reverse the damage. If you're trying to kill Alistar, he's just gonna ult and take no damage. If you try to kill Kassadin, he's just gonna run away. And probably one-shot you before you one-shot him. So this is it's gonna be an interesting one. I'll go with that.
Yeah, and the fact that we get to see a Sylas jungle. I have not seen many Sylas jungles. There could be some
a lot of nerfs.
Okay. Well, like you said, could be a little interesting. I mean, you still have those gank potentials, especially on the squishy Lulu. You can only polymorph either the Sylas or the Zed, and the cooldown is not super short in those early levels. So we might see the attention turn there if they want to make this comp work. But again, Psychonautic's Kassadin. That 16 is the magic number, my friends. We saw it last week. We saw why you should ban it, and somehow it makes its way through the entire first draft, the first set of bans. So I don't know why the respect wouldn't be given there after seeing that performance from Psychonautic last week.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either, honestly. I mean, 21 kills. You can't just look at that and be like, nah, there's no way he does it again. It's just like, it's just so silly to think that he won't play his main champion, you know. Especially after, you know, one could say Fear kind of had a weak game in the early game, which is really where he needs. I'm talking about last game, by the way, where he really needs to punish this Kassadin. If Kassadin can hit 6, 7, 8, 9 without being punished like at all, I'd say I would honestly go as far as to say this game's just over. I know it's very premature. We're still in Champion Select, but just off these drafts right here, like, Unicorn scales better. I mean, like, you're really just hoping Camille gets to the stage where she can literally, like, 1v9 the entire game. And if she doesn't get there, like, Lucian can't out-damage Jhin and Echo. You know, Sylas can't do much in the late game. Galio's just going to be a tank. Zed's not going to be able to one-shot anyone. It's just going to be this Camille split push, and I really want to see if Fear is going to be able to, you know, make that work. And if not, it's kind of doomed for Gators here.
Yeah, we are going to put it to a poll, though, to see what is going to be the thought here on who's going to win. Last poll, Rattlers were the favorite team here. But that is live right now for 3 minutes, guys, so make sure to use your command vote and either GTR or UNC to tell us who you think is going to win. Well, Ravens, man, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for this one here, buddy?
Well, if you look in the chat, I just voted for Unicorns. I think hands down, there's like it's like a 10% chance that Gators managed to win. I think they got outdrafted hard. I like a lot of their picks in isolation, and then you just look at what Unicorns drafted against them, and you're just like, well, you know, Gators comp makes no sense. They really don't even have a comp. Their comp is Camille jumps in and Galio follows, and you hope that they manage to pull together a one-team fight from just that. But I mean, look at, you know, like Cassidy and Echo have so much mobility and one-shot potential, and then you have Jin, who won't ever die because Lulu's sitting on him. You have Alistar to, you know, kind of he can knock away the Camille when she gets into her ult. Like if she ults the Jin, Alistar can just knock her out of her own ultimate, so Jin can just run away. Like there's all this stuff. There's so much, you know, denial on the jump in as well. Like Lulu can just polymorph anyone who jumps in. It makes sense what Gators were trying to do when they locked in Camille, Galio, Lucian in the first 3 picks, but then I feel like it kind of fell apart with the Silas and the Zed. I think they should have went in other directions. I hate to be so harsh. I honestly think Unicorns just outdrafted Gators, and there's a very minute chance that Gators actually managed to win this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to grasp at a win con here for the Gators. I mean, you do have a lot of damage that is going to be coming out, but like you said, you have the Cassidy to shut down the Silas from getting that mana. You have the Lulu polymorph as well too. And really, if you're playing Zed, you're looking for one main target, which might be the Cassidy, but how long is that going to last for? I know wanting the Soul as an ADC might be having a bit of a rough time, but we'll have to see what happens as this one unfolds, because, you know what? I'm on the side of the Unicorns, and it might be a little biased, but that's because of what I saw last week, and it's Psychonautics Cassidy. It's absolutely insane, but we're leaving it up to the poll right now. That is still open for another 30 seconds, guys, so make sure to get those votes in. We are going to take a quick break while Ravensman and I sync up, so we'll see you back here on the Rift in a few seconds, guys. You are not going to want to miss this one. Unicorns with a big comp coming through here. Welcome back, guys. We are about to get game 2 underway. Unicorns on the blue side, Gators on the red, unlike what I thought at the beginning of the night. But, c'est la vie, we are set up and ready to go. After that first game, Gators taking a bit of a rough loss there. It was looking good in the early stages, but Rattlers showing how strong they were. I don't know how this one's going to go. This comp is not as normal as what we're used to seeing. This is not a typical Gators comp that we see coming through here from draft.
Exactly that. So while this amounts to nothing, I really quickly want to touch on Psychonautic's build. I really, really, really want to see him go more armor heavy Kassadin build this game. Like Iceborne Gauntlet instead of Lichbane would be great here. Like, so the reason I'm saying this is obviously you have the Zed, you have the Camille, you have the Lucian. Like these three champions all obviously are 80 champions. Silas is never going to be able to kill Kassadin. Because Kassadin just builds so much HP, you know, by himself. Like, it's gonna have to be a really, really long fight where Silas doesn't get one shot and Kassadin gets low for, you know, Silas to be able to actually kill him. So I really want to see the Iceborne Gauntlet come out, and if he's really, you know, struggling, I'd almost be tempted to say Frozen Heart would be good here too. But definitely playing more for defenses would be just really, really good here in terms of Kassadin, because he doesn't even need to do all the damage this game. I know we saw him last week
Yes.
go off, but
Yeah, we did.
You know, you have Jin, you have Echo, like him going more of a bruiser style Kassadin build is not going to be the end of the world.
No. But before we talk about that more, we're gonna see some action in the bot lane. There's some taunts coming out, the Deadly Flourish from Monito Soul, so just a little bit of trading so far. But back on that point of talking about those mains and how this Kassadin might build. Yeah, it might be better in a sense if you're looking at it on paper for him to build certain items that are more defensive. But that means he's going to be changing up his playstyle. Hold on, we'll come back to that as XL is the one being jumped on. The Deadly Flourish is going to be flashed away. Fang manages to get away from that CC, but no kills are going to be found, and Gator's getting really low in that exchange. Oof.
Yeah, so while that's obviously that was probably a Gator's favored trade there. That was a really big misplay. Obviously, nobody went down, but that was a really big misplay from XL's. It was a very small thing, but he was not in XP range for the first, I think it was 2 minions, which is why you saw him sitting at level 1 for so long, which allowed Gators to press that advantage, and now, you know, XL's is sitting at sub 200 HP.
Oh, the Hex Flash, though. He's going over the wall, just for fun. But he will get that knock up there on the Fang, but he's so low. A couple more autos will do it. Oh, he managed to stay alive with 18 health. That forced shot from Monito Soul, so damn strong. And now it looks like Zazie might want to be picking something up in this bot lane. Monito Soul pushing so far past this, even though he's got the forced shot. Doesn't matter. Zazie is showing his strength on that Zed. Picks up first blood here for the Gators.
Yeah, that was just a really good roam timing. You see, Chaotic just sent the pings out, so Juanito and XLs definitely did not know about that. XLs was sitting at like 2 HP and needed to back there. Juanito playing too far up without his support, not knowing where mid was. Kind of just not playing with respect for the Gators team here. I mean, I know for a fact that Zaze... I don't know how to actually say his name. Am I saying that right?
I hope I'm saying it right. I say it Zazie. Okay,
so I know Zazie plays mainly like Vladimir and Kassadin and Zed, so he's definitely on one of his comfort picks. Especially Gavin actually said it perfectly in chat. He said this game just looks like a bunch of pocket picks. So I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, Psychonautic's on his main, Zazie's on one of his main 3. I mean, Juanito's on his well-known champion. VKC's on a power farming jungler, go figure. Like,
yeah.
All this stuff just screams pocket pick, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, obviously. I mean, I was really, pardon my language, but I was really shitting on Gator's draft, but I mean...
That's it, minus 100 tokens right there, that's it. Minus 100 tokens. But,
I don't think I have any more left.
If you're talking about pocket picks, that does bring you back to that point that I was talking about earlier, is that when you're picking your mains, yeah, it might be a better idea to build a little differently depending on what's going on in game, but that means you're playing differently than you're usually used to. And just as I talk about it, same thing's going on in the bot lane. That taunt coming through onto Juanito Soul. Trades back and forth. XL's in the middle of this, making sure his ADC stays at a safe distance and bumps Fang away. But a little worried about that Zed, and not too sure about that as the question mark ping's coming out. So they decide to disengage. But yeah, it really depends. How you build is going to impact how you play more defensively, more aggressively. But if Psychonautic, say, is used to playing aggressive, building defensive might not be the best situation for him because he might continue to play aggressive even though he should be more defensive with his items, if that makes sense. So
No, I get what you're saying.
maybe take a look at top. Fear is trying to get out. He dashes the wall, but the flash in from VKC. Well played, as that's a nice little gank there for the Unicorns. There's more action up in, no, down in the spot lane. We're a little directionally challenged here, but that's okay, as XL's maybe biting off a bit more than you can chew. The Deadly Flourish is not going to land, and that's going to be an easy kill picked up here by the Gators, going on over to Heartseed. Back in this mid, though. Got to keep an eye, because VKC is just lurking right now, but Silas is on the other side of this. That's going to be JS Chaotic getting dived on by Zazi. The death mark is coming down, and it will be able to pick him up, as now VKC is left here, gets dropped down. A kill apiece going on both to the mid and jungler of the Gators. Not bad so far for the Gators this game, as even more in the butt. Bonito's Soul just jumped on immediately. Another one picked up here, my god, and that means a free early Infernal Drake for these Gators.
Another one bites the dust. That's what they say.
Bum.
They're just kind of. I mean, so the thing is, Unicorns outscales, and they are playing this like they need to be proactive early game.
Top lane, though, Psychonaut jumped on. That's a Camille ult, and that will be the kill for Fear. Not going to be taken down by the turret. Well played, and just like you said, you need to see Fear stepping up this game, and he does exactly that.
Yeah, definitely a ballsy call there. I mean, if Fear accidentally, shoots his hook shot in the wrong direction and misses the Kassadin or anything like that, he's just dead to rights under the tower. Kassadin gets a free kill. You never want to give Kassadin a free kill for your own misplay. That's just terrible. Definitely very ballsy on his part to know that he could do that and have the faith that he could.
Bot lane, though. TBZV being jumped on is actually the TP is going to be coming through from Fear. He's looking to go on. Juanito's Soul just going to take a chunk of damage, but it's enough to get them to back off. Almost able to find the Gators jungle in that bot lane skirmish, but thankfully Camille shows up to say, hey, wait a second. We're not doing this here. Let's chill.
Yeah, very good disengage by the Unicorns there. If they don't disengage, it's kind of... Oh, hang on.
A little bit of a missed dash there, as JS Chaotic surviving that death mark. Zazi almost able to find it, but the Lulu ult thankfully going to be able to keep him alive.
VKC is behind Camille and Zazi right now.
I don't believe they see each other. No, that's the vision we're toggling in between here, so they just miss it. Oh, now they know. Fear knows where VKC is now. Just gonna let him, you know what, let the red buff do a little work. He's got the shield right there, but walks into the bush. Fear is gonna spot him out. VKC trying to make it out of this one. Smite to try and stay alive. 70 health remaining, and now here comes Zazi. In he goes. Hack and slash away the poor Echo, and another kill. Now 7-1 for the Gators in this game. They are up approximately 3.5k gold and a dragon under the belt. This is a much better game for the Gators so far. And
Fenge and Heartseed are literally just zoning Juanito off XP.
This is bullying. As Fang's gonna find another one. The turret shot on the Heartseed actually means a kill for XLs, and now the culling is coming through from Fang. Juanito Soul trying to find another, but no, it's a double kill here for Fang on that Lucian, and you had your doubts, but he's proven you wrong so far in that Lucian bot.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a hate crime. They were just standing in between the tier 1 and tier 2 towers, just like, Juanito, you don't get any XP. Your support is left under the tier 1 tower.
Oh no. Noah is going to be taken out here. Psychonaut jumped on by 3 members of the Gators. They do a nice little job of juggling the turret, but not the best of jobs. Zazi going to lose his life there. And now the rest of the Unicorns are showing up to party as ZV jumped on. He actually is going to steal the Lulu ult and use it on himself, as here comes Fear on a JS Chaotic as VKC trading in with his fellow jungler. He is going to take him out as the Lulu ult is popped, but here comes Galio. Fear's jumped on. That's going to pop her ult as well too. JS Chaotic is the only one remaining here. Will be able to take out Fear, now trying to run to the safety of his tower with 37 health remaining. Heart just hit the turret and used his passive to take out the Lulu.
That was such a
my
Chad move.
God.
Out of the turret for the AoE kill. Oh my.
Wow.
So a lot has happened there. I really will quickly want to dissect this because Psychonautic just got 650 gold for Zazie taking too many tower shots, and they picked up a lot of kills there. I think that even though Gators came out on top in the overall kill trade, I think that goes in favor of Unicorns, in my opinion. I mean, I said this earlier, Unicorns is the scaling combo. And
VKC jumped on. That's going to be that X mark applied, and...
Goodbye.
Wow. My bars can't even keep up with that. That Echo just disappeared so damn fast. Zazie is 5-1 on this set now. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. I really want to see a Seeker's Arm Guard come out for VKC here, like, very quickly. You know, just any armor at this point to stop the lethality stacking is going to be so worth it.
And we do see it coming through for Psychonautic, so does pick up the Seekers first, but does look like he's going to be pivoting into that Rod. But right now, in the bot lane, 4 members of the Gators are down here. Big culling coming through onto XL. He's trying to block for Steam. The Alistar ult is popped to try and keep him more tanky, but it is not going to be enough. More damage coming through as the direct-to-camera is taking this on the run. But JS Chaotic is here to pick up one of those members of the Gators as the tower dive is coming through again. Taunt from Galio is not going to land. JS Chaotic is here to help out VKC, picking up the kill onto Galio, as now it's a 2v2. Gators gonna try and get out, but no, they're looking to trade. That's gonna be the Chrono Break coming through from VKC. He makes it out alive, and now it's just Fang looking to go in. Oh, he's able to find the kill, but the last remnant of that Echo Q gets the shutdown on a Fang. What the hell is this game? This is not what I expected. Gators showing out massive in this one.
And something that happened because directed camera did not bring us on a trip top lane. Fear just solo killed Psychonautic under tower and then took first tower on top of it.
Oh my god!
And we're pre-14 minutes, so he just got all 5 plays. Like, oh my goodness.
And look at this, Zazie going in again. The exhaust is on, but Neo's soul is gonna try and make it out. That death mark still doing a lot. I'm waiting. Oh, he's not gonna pop that shadow and come back to it, but maybe not in the best of spots here. He should be able to get out of this jungle fine.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a really good trade at this point. Juanito should not be staying right now. He should be resetting. He cannot sit and wait for this, like, to try and fight around this dragon. He needs to reset now, and he's not, which means that this should just end up being a free dragon for the Gators here, which is just gonna let them stack. And he's not backing. Okay.
How about a free Herald, because Fear's currently soloing it right now.
Yeah,
go get the eye. Go get the eye. Please go get the eye. Oh, thank goodness. He went and got the eye.
Yeah, I mean, Gators are definitely playing the way they should be. I mean, obviously I said, oh, we're going to see the curtain call.
That is the curtain call coming from Juanito's Soul, but not much going to be found there as Gators just kind of take a step back and wait for that ult to be done. This Cloud Drake is going down pretty fast, but it is going to be stolen by VKC. The parallel convergence there to stun up 2 members and manages to steal that Cloud, and the TP actually is coming through. Psychonautic looking for this one. Hart going to be in some trouble. He's just going to be able to taunt a couple people and maybe save VKC, but he actually fails the dash over the wall. TVZV is the one going next. He gets dropped. The big culling coming through from Fang, but 4 members of the Unicorn strong. Make it 5. That's the knockup from the Alistar. He's trying to dash out. The Deadly Flourish will not land, but JS Kata picking up that kill. And now with no Herald, because that's Fear who's got it. Zazie's left by himself down here, 4v1. But take a look at that top lane. Unicorns need to go put some attention to that top, because Fear has the Herald and is taking down that top inner tier tower already. My god. We're at 15 minutes.
I mean, this is very quickly, and I know Gators are really far ahead, but this is very quickly going to get out of hand for them. I mean, like I was trying to say before that dragon little tiny fight happened, you know, like Gators did exactly what they needed to do, which was really press on the gas pedal in the early game, get rolling, get moving as fast as they can. But without that second dragon now to keep stacking the soul, I mean, you're looking at, let's see, 3.5 minutes plus 10, so 13.5 minutes to be able to get their soul. And I mean, it's going to be too long. I mean, Unicorns are going to be at the point where they can, fight. They're going to be scaled up enough in the next 13.5 minutes. So Soul, VKC getting that steal on the Dragon just allows Unicorns to try to. I mean, I know this game's been very action-packed, but I am going to say it allows them to sit back and scale up and try and, wait for later. But, I mean, they're very hungry for kills.
Heart
VKC here.
is caught out again. Parallel convergence from VKC is going to be a lock him down. A 4-man taunt from the Galio does not matter when there's 4 people around you and no teammates to help out. So, kill picked up there for the Unicorns. They're looking to turn things around. Still about 4.5k down in gold. But so far, Turret Game definitely in favor of the Gators. And like you said, have been stepping on that gas pedal. Just high-octane kind of game here from the Gators. The TP's coming down. That's actually going to be Deathmark from Zazi on to XL. It's a Culling Stayer to try and lower him down. But the shield from JS Chaotic is going to help that Alistar live just a little while longer. This, I'm ready for a big one here because Dragon is up in 2 minutes. This Galio ulti is available. It's about to go down.
Yeah. So real quick, while we have a second, I don't know if you want to pan over to the gold real fast.
We don't. Do we have a second? Barely. But I can show the gold.
Barely.
Yes.
Okay. So some key things I want to point out. Camille is up about 1,700 gold in that top lane, which we can expect from getting 2 towers by herself and tons of plates off that as well. We see a huge advantage in the jungle here, almost nearing 2k, about 1,700 gold in the jungle there. We do see almost 1,000 gold to Zed, but that really doesn't matter because it's Lulu. Like, that difference was going to happen anyway. We're going to see a lot of support items, which are very cheap, start to come out, and we're going to see a fight here, I think.
Quite possibly. XLs was looking for one, not able to connect on that knockup. But here comes this Silas as he's looking to go in. Deadly Flourish not going to land on anybody, but Fengi does manage to find one. Massive taunt coming through from this Galio, and Zazi is a freaking machine! Double kill for the Silas, but Gators find 4 members of the Unicorns here, and are looking to push in this mid-inner tower. My God, Gators!
Yeah, so what I really wanted to point out before that fight happened was Feng,
I was going Feng. Yeah.
it has almost double Juanito Soul's gold right now. He has 8.5k gold to Juanito Soul's 4.8. It is actually a disgusting difference right now between the two. Feng is almost double Juanito Soul's CS right now.
Yep.
He's up, let's see, 2 levels. He's up an item and a half. I mean, this is just disgusting right now. Juanito literally could not play the game in the early game. They would not let him. And now it's basically a 4v5.
Yeah, we saw how much punishment they were giving to the bot lane of the Unicorns in that early game. So, yeah, this is just set up this Lucian for so much success, but now the Dragon coming, we are probably going to see a fight. Galio ulti, I don't believe is available for this, about halfway there, but XL is possibly caught out in the jungle. The Deathmark coming through from Zazi once more. A lot of damage from that Zed. A little bit more might do it. The Deadly Flourish is there, but that will be the Alistar dropping. And now you've got yourself in a 4v5 situation. That's when it might be time to say, listen, we're already behind. We just have to give this Dragon.
Yeah, remember when I said Unicorns needed to play this slow? They decided not to, and their AD carry is going to be a non-factor for the remainder of this game, no matter how long this game goes. I mean, he has not farmed. I think he's gotten like 2 CS in the last 5 minutes.
That is definitely unfortunate. The curtain call has been popped, but not going to be able to find anybody. That Dragon going on over to the Gators, but my God, the fight potential is so strong. Whoa, Chronobait coming through, I believe, for VKC. Gets him back to safety, but just 1 member of the Unicorn is going to be lost to that. Do have to keep an eye on Psychonautic, though. Level 12. So he is getting there, but not quite yet, my friend.
So we know Cassowin. We know about Cassowin. We saw it last week. I don't think, this is a bold statement, I don't think, and I know I was praising the shit out of Unicorn's draft and everything, I don't think Cassowin can carry this game. Jin is a non-factor, which means they don't need to focus him at all. He's going to tickle for the remainder of this game.
I don't know, but a quick little Baron there for the Gators. Definitely going to put some wind under their wings. There's
yes.
It's not even 21 minutes yet. They've got
It's
that
21
buried.
minutes, and Gators have a 9, almost 10k gold lead here.
It's about to hit that almost 10k at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, you look at these builds. I mean, Jin still has finally hit 90 CS. Here we go. I mean, they're holding this mid wave right now. They need to be giving this to Jin. Lulu does not need farm. Alistar does not need farm or XP right now. Like, your Jin's about to get one shot by Zazie in the next 20 seconds, I'd say, maybe 30.
Oh, he's got the ulti up.
Yeah, he's definitely just going to go on him if he really wants to. But I mean, there's literally nothing Juanito can do. As a fellow ADC, I feel bad for him. I mean, he was literally getting his wave proxied and had to watch while he was zoned under his own tier 2 tower at like 8 minutes in the game. Like, I genuinely feel bad for him. There was nothing he could do. We are going to see a push come in the mid lane here, though.
Yeah, we are going to see this is actually XL is going to be caught by TVZV, but the rest of the Unicorns are here to party. The calling coming through from Fang in the back line. XL is being a big tank in that front, but he's getting quite low. Fang going over, looking for one more XL. It actually will be the minion that takes him out, but Fang pays with his life as it will be Psychonautic there to clean this up. The Silas, so much healing coming through, but not enough as he gets taken down. That's the death mark coming through from Zazie. Polymorphed immediately, and the deadly flourish is there to take him out, but a kill going on over to Psychonautic. Well played, but take a look in the base.
Yeah. Fear's just,
He's just taking Nexus Towers.
He's having a party, and he's kind of salty he wasn't invited to Unicorns.
Bruh, he just solo kills Juanito's soul while dealing with 2, now 3. He's 1v4ing, man, and he picks up a double kill on his way out. Are you kidding me, Fear?
And you know the worst part is, I think he's going to have enough gold to pick up Death's Dance. There's no healing reduction on Unicorns right now. Okay, not quite enough just yet. He's getting there, but as soon as he gets it, like, there's no healing reduction, and there's not enough burst damage to kill him fast enough. Like, he's just gonna do exactly what he just did, 1v9, except actually win the 1v9 this time instead of 2-for-1. I mean, like, this is just... Oh my goodness.
Absolutely disgusting. Fear massive on that Camille so far. Zazie also 8-3-3, and of course Fang on that Lucian.
I really, like, this game's turned less into can Unicorns come back and more into can Juanito actually get to the 100 CS mark. He's at 98. We're 24 minutes in. I'm really curious at this point.
He did it.
He did it!
He did
Okay,
it.
good,
Hey!
good. Everybody claps.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just been so bad for Juanito. I feel so bad for him at this point.
This is a Feels ADC game.
Yeah, definitely a Feels ADC game. So just if we're keeping track of Unicorn's win conditions, Kassadin is level 13. He's almost fully stacked on Rod of Ages. He has 3 Dark Seal stacks, and he's about a third of the way through his Archangel staff. We have Lulu, who's got 10 stacks on her Roa, which I also really don't like that buy. I think she should have just went straight into the Athenes and like Ardent Sensor, but you know, I don't really play Lulu mid, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, in the event that they can hold, you know, it is starting to get scaling. I mean, Kassadin picked up a bunch of kills in that last fight while Fear split pushed the base down, but it's really all hope is lost for Unicorns, honestly, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. It will be Silas fishing for another kill as the fight is going to be breaking out in this bot lane. Deadly First there to try and lock down these members of the Gators, but they are just too strong. Wait a minute, VKC still trying to make it out. He does not have his ulti available as the fight is still going down underneath this inhibitor tower. Just JS Chaotic left remaining as Zazie being so huge on this Zed. They take out that bot inner turret. They take out JS Chaotic right underneath his bot inhibitor turret. And that's just going to be the game for the Gators. Fierce here. He TP's in. And his focus was turrets. I've said it so many times that the meta needs to be taking those objectives. We see one more fight breaking out. Psychonautic is going to be golden. But Gators, knowing what win cons the Unicorns had, knowing that the 16 was the magic number, they don't let it happen, and they find the win over the Unicorns. GG.
Oh my goodness gracious. Just
Ooh.
Oh my lord! I honestly don't even know who I would give my MVP vote to on Gator's side. Like Fear played a great split push Camille game, which I said he needed to, but I I think Zazie and Fear just both tore this game up. I mean, Zazie roamed early down to the bot lane, which set Juanito behind like immensely to the point where he couldn't even come back. You know, Lucian and Galio were able to zone him under his own tier 2 tower while the tier 1 was still up. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and then there's, you know, Fang played an amazing game too on this Lucian. He had some really bright moments. Heartseed was hitting some nice taunts. I mean, it's funny to say it because I think he played well as well, but I think TVZV was the worst performing player on the team, and I still thought Havzi did very well.
I think he did fantastic this game. He had a bit of a rough, like I was saying, compared to the last game. He had a good early game on that Shen, but it eventually kind of tapered off. With this game, it wasn't so much him making those big plays and getting all the kills, but it was him setting up his team for success. Again, Silas, a very mobile champion, so he was able to kind of dip, duck, and dodge all around this map, and he landed a lot of crucial skill shots that set his team up for these insane fights that allowed Zazie to just say, hey, you know what? This person's locked down. I'm either choosing them or I'm going directly for this back line that's just been opened up and available to me. And without that kind of that precision there, both Havzi or TVZV and this Galio, this team could not have succeeded in the way they did if they did not have the CC and the follow-up from these two players that were essentially just the most gracious of members to their teammates. Because listen, you want a kill? I give you. Oh, you want a kill? I give you a kill too. Who wants a kill? Look under your seats, everybody. You get a kill. Because that was exactly what they did. They set the Gators up for success. They set their whole team up and got them rolling, and they made sure to close this one out before that Cassidy got to the late game stage. Excellently done by the Gators.
And I really do want to give a low-key applaud to Gators because honestly, the ball's on them to give Psychonautic his Cassidy and Juanito Sol his Jin and smack both of them upside the head and say, no, we're better than your best champions. There were so many. I mean, you saw how heavily I was leaning towards Unicorns. I literally gave Gators a 10% chance coming out of draft that they would actually win the game, and they did it. They performed as best as as well as they could. They did exactly what they were supposed to do in the early games. Ozzy roamed to the bot lane like he needed to. Camille, got solo kill after solo kill on the Cassidy and got the one gank from Havzi in the early game, and I think Zazie too, that helped get that going. And I mean, they just snowballed it from there. Nobody could kill the Camille, and no matter who they would kill in these team fights, Unicorns would kill on Gator's side in these team fights. It didn't matter because Camille was just killing their base, and it didn't matter because Jin was completely a non-factor in the game just because of the way the game went, and it just didn't matter.
No, this was
Unicorns won draft and lost in the execution. That's where I'll say that.
Yeah. So awesome stuff from the Gators. They will hold on to that third place spot for now. We'll have to see what happens with the Rattlers because we could potentially be sitting at a tied score at the end of this week, depending on if the Rattlers are playing later tonight and how that outcome does go. But couple of spicy games tonight, and Gators showing their strength and not afraid to take on some of the main champions here. That we've seen what can happen when it's given to the Unicorns, but they don't care about that. They were in it to win it, pedal to the metal, and my God, they performed very well in this game. But
yeah, definitely.
With that, we're going to send it back on over to my analyst desk. Ravensman, thank you so much for joining me tonight. What a crazy game we got to cast together.
Yeah, thank you for having me, like always.
Anytime. Well, back to it, guys. Hello, how's it going? Gators going to be finding the win there, and excellently done by all members of their team. You had those big numbers show on the Camille, the Zed, and the Lucian, but Again, this was a team effort that jungler and support setting up their team so well in these fights, finding these picks. The Silas heals by the end of the game were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So really good staying alive in those fights and making sure the rest of his team can just do whatever they wanted. So congratulations, Gators. Guys, we are going to send it to break for a few minutes while we get our player of the game set up. But in order to do that, we need a player of the game. So guys, why don't you go ahead and start voting once I find it in my list of polls here. I'm going to go find the Gators. It is floating around in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. That is now live, so you guys can go ahead and vote for player of the game. And when we come back from break, we'll announce our player of the game, and I'll drop a couple more announcements before we are finished for the night. But guys, don't go anywhere because we want to see who our player of the game from the Gators is going to be. But we'll see you right after the break. Hello, guys, and welcome back to week 8 of the LRS Draft League. We are just wrapping things up here, guys, but Gators find themselves a victory in their second game of the night, and what a hell of a way to do it by taking on the Unicorns. So some of their main picks, the Cast and the and the Jin given to Psychonautic and Winnie Soul, they didn't care seeing that, and they take him on and they take him down irregardless. But with that, you guys voted on a player of the game, and that is none other than the Big Zed himself, Zozzy. Zozzy, what a show you put on for us, going 11, 3, and 4 on that Zed. My God, mwah. Excellently done. Very spicy plays. Not often that I get to see a Zed in this league, but when you do, it's usually pretty spicy. So thank you, Zozzy, and congratulations to both you and your team for picking up the win there, guys. That is going to be rounding it out for us tonight. So first of all, thank you for tuning in and watching and participating in our whatever we decide to do, our votes and all that stuff, and just being some general memes in chat. I appreciate it. I really do. Don't forget to check out our awesome merch store, guys. I'm wearing some myself right now. Got that Legends Esports hoodie. Very comfortable. I might be living in it because and it's not biased. I can appreciate a good hoodie, and this thing rocks. So I gotta say, pretty great. Go check it out for yourselves. Lots of stuff. Check out over there. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're gonna be back here, but 7 p.m. EST, an hour before we usually start. It's the kickoff of the LAS pre-made playoffs. You do not want to miss this. It is going to be so damn spicy. Tomorrow night we have Schlam Esports taking on the Unbreakable Warhammers in a best of 5. Cannot wait to see it. Of course, we've got our awesome casters, Awesome Sheep. It's in the name. How can you not know that? Awesome Sheep as our play-by-play caster tomorrow night. And of course, a red wheelbarrow joining him as the color caster. Oh my God, it's going to be some spicy sets. And if you guys know, your boy Gurf's been working on a few things in the background, guys. So if the games go to 5, if we go to a game 5, you're going to see something real special. But anyways, we'll see if that is the case. With that, guys, we're going to end it out tonight. So thank you once again for tuning in and supporting us on the stream, supporting us watching those ads. Thank you to all our new followers and subs tonight. Very exciting. Welcome all you guys to the Legends Esports channel. And of course, thank you to our wonderful casters joining on the desk tonight and putting on a hell of a performance. It was so much fun casting with both Blartowski and Ravensman tonight. So thank you again, gentlemen. Guys, that's going to do it from us here tonight. It's your boy Gurf signing out. I will see you back here on the analyst desk tomorrow night, 7 p.m. EST. Do not want to miss this. It's the start of playoffs for LAS pre-made, and it's going to be hot. Hot indeed. Hot on the Rift. Hot in terms of production. You're going to see some special stuff here, my friends. But until then, it's a good night from me. Love you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, everyone.